HyddenWell farmers. This is a segment of that I'd like to start. It's called Reflections. And I know I do a lot of videos where I tell a story, typically a humorous story that embarrasses me or something like that from the farm, or from my veterinary practice. But I will tell you that not everything in veterinary practice, not everything that we encounter in veterinary practice is a pleasant thing. There are times that are just difficult and things that make you scratch your head and wonder, what was I thinking, So the book of Proverbs, the 9th chapter, the 8th chapter, and verse 11. Proverbs 8 and 11 says, "For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it." And I tell you what, in my life, in my practice, as a doctor, as a preacher, as a farmer, wisdom is so important. I didn't get these gray hairs without gaining some wisdom. The definition of wisdom, according to the book of Keaton B. Smith, is applied knowledge. To learn something and then apply it. So here's a couple of examples. I had a client that had a dog in my practice, and she had asked, because I was going to put the dog on some prednisone, and she had asked if she could give her prescription of prednisone to her dog and save a few dollars. And I said that would be absolutely fine. We went over the instructions and the dosage and what she had and all that kind of stuff. And I said, prednisone is prednisone. And this is where my ignorance caught up with me, because I told her, I said, and nothing pleases me more than for the government to pay for that prednisone. Now, I meant that in a joking, because she was an older lady, obviously on, Medicare, like every older person is. But I said, but nothing pleases me more than to have the government pay for this dose. Medications. That did not go over well at all. And so I gained wisdom. I never joke about Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is. I never joke about that ever, for no reason whatsoever. So that's wisdom. And it wasn't too many years after that, I had a client ask me, and I knew this fella for a little while, but he asked me, is there anything I can do for a yapping dog? And just off the top of my head, not thinking, I said, yeah, a bullet. That did not go over well. Wisdom. So I don't say that to clients anymore. Obviously, that's sarcasm, and no doubt I meant it as sarcasm, but it wasn't taken that way. And then I had prescribed a medication to a dog, and the lady that was there with this very sick dog went home, and she had looked this particular drug up, and she called me, and she started giving me a lot of grief about this drug, a very common, very useful heart medication, I remember. And she started giving me grief about all the side effects that this particular drug had, and she was asking me about alternatives and stuff, and those were very fair questions. But as she was grilling me on all of this stuff, asking me about the medications and the side effects, just going on and on and on, she asked me if there was an alternative, if there was anything else. And I said, no, there's really not. This is all that we've got. And she says, well, I need something safer for my dog. And I said, there is no silver bullet to help your dog. She hung up on me. And so, wisdom. I gained some wisdom. I don't say that anymore. And I had a client once that asked me what I did to relieve stress. And instead of saying I play my banjo, or I sing music, or I go out to eat with my friends, in a joking manner, I said I go home and I kick all my dogs. I line them up and I kick them. I kicked one so hard his ear flopped over. I was just kidding, but that did not go over well. Wisdom, yes. And it's been a hard lesson, hard thing to learn, to keep my mouth shut, to not say those things, to separate my personality of being a little satirical and comedic, and not everybody is going to take a liking to your satire. It has taken me quite a while to not do that, to learn that wisdom. And I will tell you that it serves me well. It served me well. And so just remember, no matter what you're doing in life, one of the things that the Lord does is that when we mess up, when we do things we shouldn't do, innocently or on purpose, and the Spirit moves upon us, He's trying to teach us so that we can gain some wisdom. So that's my reflections this evening. God bless y'all.